Hey everybody, you're watching Bull, Boom, Bear, Bust. It is Wednesday, June 8th, 2022. Just out in front of my favorite thrift store here. This is Twice Treasured in La Mesa, California. And this is not too far from my house. And lately I've been doing a lot
less
selling stuff or reselling stuff and a lot more donating stuff. And we talk about we want to talk about more solutions, and one of my solutions used to be to resell things, and a lot of Craigslist, a lot of what's the one on Facebook? I haven't used it in a couple years. That, and then used to sell quite a lot of stuff on eBay. Now, with the cost of shipping, I stopped doing those things. Now Craigslist, it's usually local people. Facebook, usually local people, so you don't have to worry about shipping, but the whole shipping thing with eBay got me out of just reselling stuff, and now it's like donate. But the cost of shipping, because of the cost of energy, the rising fuel costs, has got a lot of people kind of scrambling. And eBay is a big thing still. But after packaging things up, for example, 10 pairs of pants that my kids outgrew, that some of them they never wore, brand new with tags. I'm like, why would I donate these? Let's put them in a bundle, sell a pair of 10 pants, and be lucky to get $20 out of them. After shipping, you might be able to clear a few bucks. So you took the time to list it, you took pictures, you packaged it, you printed out the postage, you paid the fees to eBay, and you might make, a few dollars. So I got out of that game. Now I'm here in La Mesa. There's a car dealership over here. We're just going to take a walk. It's called Karl Burger. Just going to take a walk over here and just see how things are looking. See if we see any shoppers. See how many cars are on the lot. Now on that topic, I want to thank everybody that tuned into the last video and gave me feedback on the channel's content. And I know I'm holding a selfie stick right now. I'm going to do more of this stuff. A lot of you said, hey, I like it when you're just out walking around talking. And I could see how, it could get old just sitting in front of a brick wall all day. But I've done this stuff before. I've showed homeless people. I've showed food lines. I think I even did the thrift store one maybe a year ago, 6 months ago. But thanks so much to everybody that tuned in. You gave me very valuable feedback. And some people seem to have thought that I was complaining about my channel not growing. It's not so much that. I'm happy just to have the channel that I have. I love it. It's really awesome talking to you guys, reading your comments, putting the information out there. But it's just really sad to see how some people were misguided by some other, I guess, YouTube economists, seeing a video get 500,000 views in 2019, 2020, several videos, 2021, telling people that home prices were going to crash. How many people would have bought a home at a better time if it weren't for those types of videos? And then some people think that that's me. Is there another guy that wears sunglasses and a hat telling people home prices are going to crash? Because people are on my channel saying that I told people that home prices were going to crash. I've been saying the opposite. How are home prices going to crash? Well, not now, but near 0% interest rates for 10 years. Banks loaning out money like never before, no reserve. I've never made that claim. I've talked about other people who said home prices were going to crash, including some very well-known people, some big investors. Thought I heard someone yelling at me, sorry. So you might see in the headline or the thumbnail, you'll see home price crash, question mark. And then if you watch the video, if you just read the thumbnail, you might think that I said home prices were going to crash. If you actually watch the video and listen to the information, I've never said that. Even now, with rising mortgage rates, home prices are not going to crash. There's too much big money out there, too many whales out there ready to come in and pounce. And I've talked about that so many times. They're ready to come in and pounce and buy up massive amounts of home. Already, as of today, 1 in 3 homes are bought by either an investor or someone buying a second home, and it could be to rent out or it could be just a vacation home but 1 in 3 homes are bought as second homes or investment properties. We're going to walk up to this dealer right here. Oh no, we've got an alarm going off. That car's exhaust was so loud that it set off at a car alarm. Those mufflers are annoying. I guess it helps you, it helps the fuel efficiency in the car when you put on one of these modified exhausts. Maybe it saves gas, but it sure is loud. Now the alarm's going off, sorry about that. So this car dealership is not as bare as I expected. There is a lot of room for more vehicles. Let's see if we can take a look back here. You know, it's not packed wall to wall. Oh, sorry, I was just doing a YouTube video.
He's doing a YouTube video! Bro,
he
just bet in there. I'm like, I bet you this guy's doing a YouTube video.
It's a lot of us, right?
Yeah.
I'm just walking around.
Are you filming a YouTube video right now?
Yeah, I'm filming myself, but you know, I got the cars behind me.
You want me to make it go viral?
I hope so. I see some.
Put it over here on me. I'll make it go viral.
Alright, is this Karl Burger?
What's up, baby? This YouTube, come on down to Karl Burger, get you some Dodge Mopar.
Alright. I like it. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Alright, well maybe we'll get some people out here to watch this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not as bare as I expected. I was just telling the viewers. Alright, so I had to edit out a little bit of the conversation I had with the people over at Karl Burger, the car dealership. Karl Burger, not a burger joint, a car dealership. So yeah, that guy is a nice guy. He had a lot of theories on what's happening in the world, let's put it that way. And that's another thing, that was the second most voted for option in the poll I just put out. Where are prices headed? The number one option, or the number one choice for people in that poll that I put out was steps to take to navigate this financial situation for ourselves, and less reporting on what the billionaires are saying. Yes, it's interesting to see what the billionaires are saying because they're successful people, but a lot of them are not successful because they're smart. They're just successful because of the position they're in, and a lot of it's who you know, and I'm sure that's an old saying, who you know. I've heard that before. So a lot of them are not that smart. A lot of them were born already with wealth, with connections, and I'm sure you can even think of a few people that have become very popular here in the past 5 or 10 years that were born with the silver spoon in their mouth. More than a few people I'm sure you can think of, and they're looked at as signs of success. Sure, if you're born to a family, in a family that's got $100 million, you're probably going to be successful, and if you're not, that's pretty sad. Because if you have $100 million to invest, it's a no-lose situation in my opinion, because you always have money on the sideline. Unless you go all in and markets crash, anyone that goes all in, I know a lot of people that went in very heavily. I don't know about all in, but I know a few people that went very heavy in these markets and got burned. And I've always said keep cash on the side. That's another thing you can do. Always have some cash on the side. It's hard to do. It's hard not to spend. And the way the world is, people want to just escape and get away and not think about finances and spend money on just entertainment. And I don't blame people for doing that. You know, we're only here for a short time. And a lot of people have the attitude that, hey, I'm just going to have as much fun as possible while I'm here. Blow through each paycheck. Run up each credit card, go into debt, file bankruptcy, do it all over again, have fun. And a lot of people have that attitude, and I'm not here to judge anybody for that. But I just don't want to see people get hurt. I don't want to see this homeless crisis get worse, which it is. And we'll talk about that probably in our next report. I really do hope we see price corrections where they need to be. Cost of living, the housing market, rents, it all needs to come down, but there's still a lot of inflationary forces out there, even with higher mortgage rates. Yes, it's pricing first-time home buyers out of the market, but I think there's going to be a lot more pain ahead, folks. I don't think it's going to be a crash and then kumbaya, everybody buys a home and everybody's happy. I hope that happens, but I don't see it happening. And another thing too about these people that are predicting price crashes and deflation for many years. I'm walking through a church right now. This is a church we've been to a few times actually, and it's a very nice church, because nice people, I should say. I mean, nice structure too, nice layout, but nice people. You can go in there, shorts, t-shirt. They don't judge you. You know, they don't try to pressure you to dressing up, which I used to dress up each day. I used to work in an office. By the way, I've been in finance for 20 years. I worked for finance companies, insurance companies, banks. I worked for HSBC, Bank of America. I worked for insurance companies, worked for Geico. I've been an underwriter. I've been a salesperson. I've been an auditor. A lot of different hats. So occasionally you'll hear me talk about insurance, and I'll throw in lending, and a lot of it's from experience. And I can tell you that the banks, people say the banks are going to crash, the banks are in trouble. Not if some laws are not changed. Not if some laws are not changed. Right now, the banks can just get endless liquidity, and that means the banks are never going to fail. That's another thing. People have been saying banks are going to fail. Sure, there are some banks that got bought up by other banks, but they didn't have to. They could have just got liquidity injections to infinity. But whoever makes these decisions, those decisions, decided that a particular bank should fail. And that's the thing, when you have an entity, a very powerful entity that picks the winners and the losers. So yes, banks could fail if the deciders let them fail, or they may have endless liquidity, and no matter how much debt they loan out, no matter how many people can't pay those loans back, they're never going to default because they are chosen to be around. So that's why we have to be careful not to get too much into the banking system and our system of money, because I know that was one of the lowest things on the list, but it affects you, it affects me, it affects all of us. It's very important. So how to prepare, be aware of these things. What I'm doing, I'm still holding cash in case we do see some buying opportunities. I think there will be in certain areas for housing. But overall, these inflationary forces are wicked. So be careful, and be careful who you listen to, because you know, there's a lot of people out there just trying to get views. Sure, I'd like to get more views. If I don't, that's fine. But there's a lot of you know, people putting out information just to get views and not really doing the deep research. And people, again, saying home prices are going to crash, car prices are going to crash. It's unfortunate, and a lot of people are in a bad spot, you know, because of that. So thanks everybody for being here. We're going to sign off on this one. Please like, subscribe if you like what we talk about here, and come back for more. JJ Bull Boom Bear Bust out.